President Trump entering his vehicle there, the Beast, of course. And it looks like Vladimir Putin, I'm being told, got in with him as well, so they will share this ride together.
The driver's here.
Obviously, the Secret Service inside the vehicle, guarding that vehicle as well. But it looks like the two men, Garrett Hake, will have a moment to themselves. Yeah, without anyone else in there, I mean, from what we can see.
That's right, and this might end up being the only moment the two have to themselves.
This might be the bilateral meeting inside the Beast.
Yeah, just a few hundred yards of a drive, perhaps just across the tarmac after what we were told would be a lengthy bilateral meeting, the two men meeting one-on-one. They'll now have other advisors in the room with them. But as the car sits on the tarmac here, a chance to talk privately. Putin obviously does speak some English, uses a translator in most of these diplomatic situations. Boy, this will be the conversation that people will be wondering about at the end of the day.
And it's even more important now, this moment that we're looking at, both President Trump and Vladimir Putin inside the Beast, which is the presidential Cadillac that has been retrofitted to carry the President of the United States. You can see, it looks like President Trump is actively speaking there, animated. And this is important because you said the bilateral, the way it was supposed to be set, has now expanded. And there's going to be other leaders inside the room, not just President Trump and Vladimir Putin.
That's right. Putin will have two of his closest advisors with him as well. President Trump will have Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, and Steve Witkoff, who's been his special envoy and one of his best friends going back decades. Witkoff's relationship with the president is extremely important. He's one of the few people in the president's life that he trusts implicitly. He's been the go-between between the Russians and President Trump up until this point.
He's someone who credit should be given, right? Because Witkoff, it was said that Witkoff, after that meeting with Putin, it led to this in some ways.
That's right. Witkoff came into this openly saying he's a diplomatic amateur. He's a real estate developer. He's a friend of the president.
The leader of Russia. You could think Ukrainians are not going to like this image right here, Garrett. You have a laughing Vladimir Putin inside the vehicle of the President of the United States after 60 to 100,000 Ukrainians have been slaughtered in their country, have been killed in war, and their country was invaded for no reason. No reason. Putin has given reasons, but no reason that any other country that is an ally of the United States or Ukraine has accepted.
Yeah. And certainly a striking contrast to the President Zelensky's visit to the White House when he was asked to leave after that Oval Office blow-up. Obviously, that relationship has improved significantly since then, but couldn't be more different than what you're seeing with President Putin here.
But this is the first step in what the Russians have said could be 6 to 7 hours. It is unclear. That would have sort of changed the schedule we've seen. From what we understand, Garrett, they're going to meet with their delegations, which could take hours, but President Trump has said he'll know after 2 minutes if they're going to have a deal or not. And then after, there'll be a lunch with those delegations. And then after that, at some point, will be that news conference.
That's right. And we'll know something about this meeting in that news conference before a single word is spoken. I mean, the president has made it pretty clear. If things go well, he wants Vladimir Putin to be with him. If they don't, he may come out on his own and describe what had gone on during that meeting. I think but this first bilateral meeting is going to be the whole key here, right? I mean, how things go in the first 15 to 20 minutes, I think, will determine everything else we see thereafter. The president and the Russian delegation are clearly prepared for the possibility this goes well, where you've got business officials, Commerce Secretary, the Treasury Secretary. Their input only matters if you're starting to have a broader conversation about peace and what the relationship looks like afterward.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.